Vehicle is pitching downrange.
是不行掉了，是吗？右上角有一台。
Is going to be max Q, that maximum aerodynamic pressure as we go uphill on the vehicle. Until we get to stage separation, Starship now flying faster than the speed of sound, on its own power, on its way to space. So that should be coming up in.
Stage separation confirmed.
Boost back burn, start up.
Lots of excitement. So right here, this is our view of the
rotating and turning to guide the booster, and there's that landing burn. That landing burn just begun.
成功了呀，兄弟！这就是成功了呀！成功降落在海面上了，我真是屌！
into the water before losing that footage. Brought to us by Starlink, which is on board the ship. Dan, what an incredible view we have.
The Earth-facing side of the ship.
100 kilometers altitude, good altitude for entry.
Great call-outs there. Now, during atmospheric re-entry, the vehicle
is great. It shows that the iterations, the learnings...
Starship is now in expected peak heating region.
All right, great news there, telling us that this is basically the hottest point that Starship should get during its re-entry. Now, the heat shield is working with the atmosphere.
And I mean, not just camera views, but we've got sensors inside the ship. We've got those sensors down. This camera view is looking right at one of the forward flaps. We're strategically putting some cameras around the vehicle to just look at the different areas. Looks like we got the flap starting to come apart a little.
Yeah, it does appear that we have a little bit of burn through there. We can see pieces of the vehicle flying off. What a show it has been. It's been like watching Interstellar or something.
This is wild to see this, but the ship is still coming down, which is incredible to see.
How far can it go? That is the question.
Keep your eye on the altitude in the bottom right-hand corner. We're at 54 kilometers right now.
Now, ultimately, the data is the payload today. We've been saying it multiple times. Our teams are sitting, reviewing this data live, learning where the hot spots are. As you can see, there's an obvious hot spot there with the flap, and learning how we can improve this design. The goal was to get as far through this high heat re-entry as possible. Ideally, we'd love to make it all the way down and perform that landing burn and flip maneuver, but we may not get that far today. We will see.
Again, this is a test, and we are gathering as much data as possible, visual data as well.
But it's still going, and that is excellent news.
That deceleration is looking incredible. We're about to go under 1,000 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
Starship is at 20 kilometers altitude.
Now, keep in mind that even though we can't see anything, the data itself is what we really are.
Starship is subsonic.
Subsonic, they're telling us it's traveling below the speed of sound. That movement means the flaps are actuating. I think we can see something. This is a nail biter. But we are, unfortunately, we can't see through the lens, but we're still getting the feed. Starship is now 11 kilometers over the ocean. All this data is incredibly important, even if, it breaks up right now. Okay, we can see that flap actuating through the glass.
Starship is passing through 10 kilometers altitude.
Okay, the next milestone will be initiation of the flip maneuver and landing burn.
Landing burn, start up the Starship.
All right, good news there.
shutdown was commanded.